everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting installment of the Geek Gauntlet podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, and we're going to bring you everything that went down in the world of geek. We got a lot to talk about, so let me quickly bring up my co-host, Mr. Shah Muhammad. What's up, man?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
Doing good, man. Let me tell you, this week, I finally get some vindication. This week, I finally get something that I've been waiting to say for a long time. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it with happiness and glee. I'm going to see if people out there in TV land agree. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you for having us in your living room this week. And now let's hit on the news and show rundown. All right, Shaw, you are the captain of the news and topics train. Go ahead and hit us up with what we got going on this week.
Yes, sir. Let's begin off with the episode for Batwoman. Let's see.
Oh my goodness. You know what we got in this episode? You know what we got? We got confirmation that Kate Kane has been the bad guy the whole time. The whole time she's been the bad guy. It don't make that show any better, mind you. But I am so happy. I'm very gleeful, if I can say so, that she is the enemy. She is the bad guy. And if you go through this episode, Cersei Sionis fooled everybody. She even told Sophie in this episode, lying to you was the easiest thing I've ever done. Oh, snap. But first, let me get from the problem I had with this episode. I had two issues with this episode, too. First, Lucas has gone back to being a simp. He's gone back to being what he previously was after coming through the episode before that, looking he grew set. It was actually going to be a man for once. Now he's back to being a simp again. And he was so happy to see Kate. He gave her the keys to her motorcycle. And think about this for a second. Kate Kane is supposedly brainwashed. So you mean to tell me you're going to give her a motorcycle to go a whole willy-nilly and she's by herself?
Yeah, that was stupid.
That was dumb. And what did she do? She went right to Black Mask. Then, to it later on, I'm not going to even talk about Beth, because Beth is the hero of the show. She's the hero. She puts the little dagger through Sophia. Did supposedly killed her, but we all know it's from the plant that heals everybody. So the minute it comes out, she's gonna be healed. So it's all good. But basically, Cersei Sionis had everybody in that, had Mary fooled, had Sophie fooled, had everybody fooled. Meanwhile, Ryan is loathing in self-pity, talking about it's not enough for two Batwomen. She's gonna want everything back. When in reality, we've had two of the same character run around the universe before. I mean, that's not too much to ask. And then another thing that bothered me about this episode, the height difference. Kate Kane, or as I've heard her being called, Kate Classic is shorter than the new Kate.
No, all the way around.
All the way around. I'm sorry. All the way around. My bad. But regardless, this suit ain't gonna fit no way. And third thing that bothered me about this episode, the suit's supposed to be impenetrable, right? It's supposed to be invulnerable, right? How the heck she tore it up? She tore it up to shreds in the middle, took the kryptonite and ran it against the back. Come on, man. Then we got her earlier on. We got her with the crossbow. I thought she was gonna kill everybody. Mary, Sophie. I thought she was gonna kill everybody. Ryan stopped her, but because this is Kate Classic, she overpowered Ryan and was just about to kill her when Sophie grabbed the crossbow. But of course, Sophie didn't shoot. Like wounding somebody is sort of kind of like out of the question.
Yeah.
So basically, she gets away with a bunch of weapons, get away with the suit, got away with the toxic little refrigerator that was in the Batcave. So, yeah. But this show vindicated that Kane is the bad guy. It vindicated that, and I am so happy to say that. So happy to say it. So we shall see. Next week's supposed to be the last, I believe, the season finale next week.
Yep.
So here's another issue. You wait to the last episode to give us Batwing.
Yeah.
The last episode to give us Batwing. And I know season 3 has already been greenlighted. I get that. I understand that part. But season 1 and 2 has been so hellacious. I don't think season 3 should even be on the table. This writing staff is terrible. But hopefully we get Batwing. I don't know how they're going to put everything in a nice, neat bow. I don't know how they do it. It might end on a cliffhanger for season 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how that rolls. But at least we finally, I am vindicated. Kate Kane is the villain. And it has finally come to fruition. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Again, not enough to make the show good. But just to see that was worth me wasting an hour of my time to watch that episode. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hashtag Kate Kane's the villain. She's the villain.
All right. Now let's move on to Legends of Tomorrow.
Boo.
All right. So episode, I'm back to the finale, part 2. Basically, what happens is Ava is, stuck up in her room, rewatching that video of Sarah propose. Sarah is back on the planet. Now she knows that herself is dead and she's a clone. Everything happens there where she deals with clone dude. She finally takes him down. Rory shows up, kills the dude, but instead of putting himself into a clone body, since everything's about to go exploded, he decides to download himself to the cloud so that he could be cloned on another planet. She also finds out that she is now part alien, similarly to what's her face, the Earhart. She decides to create a new clone of herself that's completely, regular, but there's not enough time to do that. So she got this nice moment with Mick, saying that she's his friend and blah blah blah. So she chooses to leave, blow up the place before the second clone can be made in order to stop the clone dude. Clone dude is stopped, though I don't think that's the end of it. Meanwhile, back with on the Rave Rider, everyone figures out that A-Rod is already trying to go back in time to save Sarah in the moment that she got captured. So they go back with him to help. Each of them trying to figure things out to get her out there before the alien ship shows up. Speaking to her every now and then. Even Antenna alien lady shows up and talks to her with a nice moment there. None of that works, unfortunately. It is odd how A-Rod is the one that's so gun-ho about saving her. I think maybe there's something there, like maybe the reason why or something, but we'll see moving forward. Anyway, after it doesn't work, Sarah finally shows up, reunion with Ava, then reunion with everybody else, blah, 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 end of episode. Let's see. Gary's fiance, alien lady, she was trapped on the planet. Maybe we'll see her later. We'll see. There's gonna be the whole thing with Sarah being part alien. So far, the only one that knows is Mick. We'll see how long she takes to tell everybody. Normally, that's the kind of thing that'll take a while. And yeah, all in all, good episode. What do you think, sir?
I did not watch it. I did not watch Legends of Tomorrow. I've seen one episode, and that one episode put a bad taste in my mouth. I may go back and binge it, but it's not on my weekly agenda.
Yeah, I get that. It's definitely not as it used to be. I mean, it has moments, sure, but yeah, definitely, yeah. All right, now let's move on to the Flash, or shall we say, the Allegra episode. So we got a focus episode on Allegra. She goes and tries to rehabilitate her cousin Ultraviolet. We find out some more about the relationship, more about her and all that. Meanwhile, Joe is digging deeper into Kramer, the police lady, and her past and all that. They hasn't talked. Find out what happened. Blah blah blah. It turns out it was her brother that was the one that actually betrayed everyone. So, and she's actually after him, looking for him. Though I have my thoughts about her. Anyway, let's see. After everything happens, Ultraviolet finally is everything going after the scientist that made her the way she is. He promises to fix her if she does what he wants. Allegra fights her and finally, uses all her powers or whatever. Finally, I don't know, upgrade or whatever. And yeah, there was no Barry this episode. We saw him for a quick moment. And yeah, that's everything in the episode. It is what it is. Next episode, we finally get Godspeed, finally.
Yes, I've been waiting for that for a minute.
Yes, sir. Next episode is Godspeed. I think after that is the 150th episode, I think. Not 100% sure at the numbers. But yeah, all in all, a pretty decent episode. This is what you would call a lead light episode. In order to save some money, you have the lead actor not there so that you can save money on their salary. And all in all, it was a pretty good episode. What do you think, sir?
Do you see a romance between Chester and Allegra?
It's being forced a bit. I mean, maybe with a little more time, sure, but right now, nah.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I mean, they're clearly pushing towards it. I mean, it's just, they barely spoken to each other up to this point. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's not like they really gotten to know each other at all.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. I mean, they have nothing in common.
Nope.
Yeah.
One is I say this without disrespect. One is a nerd, and the other one is, what would you say Allegra would be?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. I mean, she's not like a girly girl or anything like that.
Nah.
But she's not like a tomboy either.
But she isn't the most social.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. She isn't the most social. At least Chester's somewhat social. But she's not the most social person in the world. So
yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah. All right, what's next up on the docket?
Yes. So next up is Superman and Lois. So we have a sort of a flashback type episode showing, Superman's life, him growing up, meeting Lois, getting ready to have the kids and all that, until we find that all this, instead of being just like a flashback or, hallucination or whatever, because he's knocked out, instead, it turns out that Morgan Edge is in his head, seeing all these things in order to figure out about him. And now he knows he's married to Lois and has kids. So he threatens them. So Clark finally kneels before him and decides to join him. We see some sort of energy, whatever, hit him at Morgan's fortress that makes him look maybe bad. At the end of the episode, we got Lois calling up John Henry Irons, saying, "Hey, listen, like you said, it's happening. Superman's been turned." So we'll see what happens when he shows up later. Interesting. I can't wait to see what happens next. What do you think, sir?
This has been like the only show to me that has truly been a good show.
Well,
From start to finish, you can do look. You can find wrong with anything. What's up, Pun? What's up, Kay? What's up, Seven? You can find fault with anything, but with Superman and Lois, I'm finding very few fault. If you want to say anything, Superman, and I know he's in a weakened state because after he did that supernova, it does take him a while to get back to full power.
mm-hmm.
But even before that, he looked like he was weaker than Zod. I'm gonna call him Zod because that's intended. That's pretty much what he is. And I don't know, man. That's the only fault. That's the only fault. The show's been great to me. Like I say, it shows the human reaction, that human side of Superman. When he has to take his family into an account during a given situation. And I don't know. I just don't see things the way John Henry Irons saw in his future that Superman turns like that. I think something stops him from fully turning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. Very true. Because I think the time that Henry Irons is from, he's not married to Lois. I think that's what happened. He doesn't have that connection to humanity. Here, he does have that connection, so it can be turned back, probably.
Yep. Yeah, I think he can. I think, and like I said, I'm just so excited. Plus, another thing too, I like the episodes have somewhat been extended, somewhat, and I like that too. I think the episode comes back July 12th.
I think so. Yeah,
July 12th, and this episode will be July 12th. So that's it's been a really good show so far. What's next on the slate?
All right, next up, gotta talk about the Bad Batch real quick. So Bane taking what's the chick's name? Omega.
Yeah, I think so.
To meet the Camino to give her up for the money. He's met up with Wen's character. I keep forgetting her name. There's some fighting there. It's pretty good stuff. It's good action. Omega tries to contact the rest of the Bad Batch. She finally does. They get there. They save her. They rescue her. They get out. Let's see. The Camino that went pick her up is dead, and Bane got stopped. Let's see. I think, if I'm mistaken, Wen's character, we don't know who she's working for yet, if I remember correctly, which I might.
They'll reveal it soon.
Yeah, we'll find out soon. And yeah, we find out that the reason why Omega is so important is because she's a original clone, one of the first generations, apparently, one of the only ones left. The other one being Boba.
Yep.
So yeah, apparently they need her DNA or something. So yeah.
Man, this is the first episode I watched, and I really like it. I'm gonna go back and watch the ones before, but I really like this episode. I really did.
Yeah. So far, it's pretty good. It's pretty good series. Good things popping up from Clone Wars and stuff. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Likely we'll be seeing Ahsoka at some point, probably. Very likely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that Jedi, the Padawan, we'll probably see showing up at some point too, probably.
Yep. Padawan.
All right. So anyway, finally, the last show to talk about today will be Loki.
Yes, sir.
So Loki and Lady Loki, or at least we know her now as Sylvie, they show up on to another. Planet.
I agree.
Not just Jar Jar, Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah.
I'm 100% behind Darth Jar Jar.
Yes.
Make
it happen.
Release the Darth Jar Jar cut.
Make it happen.
Yes, sir. Anyway, so we have some conversations between Loki and Sylvie. Find out about each other. Get some good fights between them. They're on this planet that's about to blow up, so they try to get to this escape ship and try to make sure that it gets off the planet. Unfortunately, it gets destroyed, and they're both trapped. We'll see what happens in the next episode. But yeah, we got a little to know each other. Apparently, they now made it that Loki is bi, so whatever. He is buying the comics, and if anyone knows their mythology, that's the least of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, all in all, really enjoying Loki. Can't wait for the next episode. What do you think, sir?
The whole thing about being bi didn't bother me at all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 2021, people. Come on, live and let live. But I thought this episode was really, really good, and we didn't have to have the TVA in it for it to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the fact that this she says don't call her Loki, but to have her being female and teach Loki how to do some things with magic, I thought was excellent, because it shows you that Loki doesn't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
And just an excellent episode. And we got how many episodes of this left? 2?
I think 3. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
But it's been really good so far. I really enjoy it. I also like the schedule because it comes out what, Wednesdays?
Yeah, Wednesdays.
Yeah, I really like that. So
yeah,
that's good too, because you can watch everything else, the CW wise, and then you can just fall right into that. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Definitely good.
Yes, sir. I'm thinking that this is like the origin for her becoming Enchantress, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's the Enchantress of this universe. Yeah. So there's a lot of questions though. Like, we found out that apparently everyone that works at the TVA was a variant.
Yep, found that out.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. I kind of think that Mobius, he's shady. Like, I'm thinking he may be a bad guy behind everything. Like, he may be manipulating things. We'll see.
Oh yeah,
we'll see. We have a lot of questions to be answered.
I like the fact too that Loki, they just threw Loki's ass off the train. That was so funny. Get out of here. Just go.
Yep.
What we got up next, my friend?
All right, next up, time to turn on to the news. We got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
All right, first up, let's start with some birthdays. First up, Erica Dunn, best known for playing Lois Lane in Smallville. She has a birthday earlier this week.
Happy birthday.
Let's see, Erin Morty. She played that one light chick on The Boys, and she also played that one chick that was being controlled by what's his face, the purple dude on Jessica Jones.
Oh, yeah, I knew the Purple Man.
Yeah, Killmonger. Whatever.
Killmonger. Yeah.
She played that chick. I seem to remember something else, but whatever. Let's continue. Let's see. Candice Patton, actress that plays Iris West. Worse than Down to the Flash, but still, she has just passed her birthday as well.
33 years old, I believe.
Yes, sir. 33.
Look, and again, I'm gonna say this again. It got, because it sort of my comments sort of kind of got misconstrued on the Facebook page when I posted that. I don't hate Candice Patton.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate the character that she plays.
Yeah, very true, very true.
I just hate the character she plays. I don't like the direction it took that character, because I feel it takes away from Barry being the leader and shifts that spotlight to her, which hurts him as a hero.
Yeah, agreed. Last birthday we got is Linda Cardellini. She played Hawkeye's wife in Agent of Ultron, and other stuff here and there. Like, she was Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies, the live action ones, the good live action ones, not the ones. Yeah. All right, so that's all the birthdays. Now let's move on to some trailers. We got a new trailer for Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
That was lit.
Yeah.
That was lit. And it was better than the first one.
So we got a lot of good action. Mm-hmm. 2 really important things in there. Well, 3 actually. We got, at the very end, we got a cage match between what looks like Wong versus
Abomination.
And like, he's like closer to the comics version with like gills and stuff.
Yeah.
Also,
Thing was lit, man.
Also, what I don't think anyone's been talking about, but there's this moment when he's in a lot of water and there's this big creature, either that's a dragon or who I think it is, Fang Fang
Boom,
Foom.
boom.
Exactly.
And last time I saw him was in Hawks and Agents of Smash. That's the last time I saw him.
Exactly. So yeah, Fang Fang Foom. And I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna stop you right there. We're running late for taking a break.
yes, sir.
But guys, hang out with us. This is the Geek Gauntlet podcast right here on Pinfall Streams. We will be right back. All right, over those two commercials, the first one you saw was the Pinfall Stream's newest show, First Generation Dad. You're gonna have my boy Tony, we call him Seven, and you also have me. If we go down everything that goes down in the world of a single, married, otherwise fathers, we help them out with tools of the trade to help with their children and other needs such as mental health and so on. So definitely join us for First Generation Dad every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, and then the ladies of Double XP. They're on break right now, but they'll be back toward the end of the month, around 3 or 4 weeks. You can catch K and Punisher. I love those ladies. You can catch K and Punisher, break down the latest in video game news and special features, special segments, Nostalgia Nook, and of course, my favorite, the Put on the Week. So definitely check those ladies out when they come back from break. That's the Double XP podcast. That will be on Pinfall Streams every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, let me bring back my man Shaw. Shaw, let's go and pick up where we left off, my friend.
Yes, sir. We got some big leaks. We got some pics of Sasha Selly in her Supergirl outfit, along with set photos of Ezra Miller and Michael Keaton for the Flash movie. Can we start showing those?
I'm gonna start with Supergirl.
I'm guessing they're gonna add the cape later. Then she's playing. Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, she's playing apparently the let's see, what's the name supposed to be?
We got that too.
Lana Lane Kent, the daughter of Clark Kent and Lois Lane.
From the alternative Injustice timeline.
Yeah, Injustice timeline, so she's not Kara, and yeah. As you can tell, looks pretty much the same as the picture that we have here.
Yep. And then we have another one.
Her flying.
Yep. Hopefully they do that. I think they will have that cape in later, though. I think they will.
Yeah.
Then we also have the Flash here.
Ezra Miller in a suit.
I'm sorry. And I don't mean no disrespect, because I'm quite sure, because he is a good actor. I'll give him that. But for this role,
yeah, it's a miscast.
I just think it should be Grant.
Yeah.
And I know it's weird, and I know it's not per se that you should have the same person in the TV show do the movie, but I just think Ezra is operating the role.
Yeah, very true. I agree.
But here's the main part right there.
Keaton as
Yes.
Bruce Wayne, Batman.
I have one
Old
thing.
Bruce Wayne.
I have one thing to say.
Mhm.
I am Batman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this Ezra again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and something else we also forgot to do. When we were talking about Batwoman, and I'm not gonna say anything about this picture. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. I'm gonna leave it alone. But
Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing. But and you brought it up. We talked earlier in the week, Shaw, and it's a good possibility that Kate Kane or Kate Classic rather is going to be Red Hood.
Maybe.
Might be a female version of Red Hood.
Maybe. I mean, they might do that. They've done others.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We shall see.
Yes, sir. We shall see. All right. Next up, we got a promo picture for the new Shazam movie.
1 second. Bam.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant the one with the group.
Oh.
Well, that's Helen Mirren as
she's in that movie. Hold on. I think I got that. I think I can do a share screen. You mean the one with the with the updated costumes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I can actually.
Yeah. So Helen Mirren. I'm guessing she's probably going to be an Atlantean by her outfit, probably.
Yeah. All right. Let me do a share screen. Give me a second. Share screen. Window. Tab. Bam.
There we go. So yeah, got them the new outfits. Apparently, the actress that played Miss Mary Marvel in the original has been replaced for some reason. We don't know.
I'm mad about that because I thought Michelle Borf did a good job, and I speak bias because I'm a fan of her. She was also in another one of my favorite shows, Hawaii 5-0. She was also in that show as a recurring character on screen, off screen. I liked her a lot. I thought she did the role well. I just hope her acting, the new Mary Marvel, I just hope her acting is up to snuff. I know she was a child she was a kid, played a kid in the movie before in the first movie. And she just kind of like grew into the role. But I hope her acting chops are there to where she can pull this off. Because if you look up and research Mary Marvel, she's a backstory in herself.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's more of a backstory than the other ones are. I mean, my goodness, she for a second, she was on Black Adam's level.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, when she went bad, she was really bad. I mean,
really bad. Yeah.
Being mind controlled by Darkseid, she was bad.
And I just thought Michelle Borf was good for the role. But we'll see how it works. But I do like the new costumes though.
Yeah, the new suits do look good. They definitely look better than the originals.
Yeah,
the originals did look good too, but the new ones do look better, definitely.
And they brought and I see they brought Megan Good back.
Yeah,
that's what's up. So at least they kept her. So that's what's up. Zachary Levi, he's there as you can see. So I'm hoping good thing for this movie. I'm really hoping good thing for this movie because the Shazam family need it. I'm really hoping that this is the bestest movie ever, which I doubt because nothing can actually match up to Flashpoint Paradox. But I hope this is like the best movie after that one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. Speaking of which, we got breaking news. Apparently, There's a Smallville animated series in development by both Tom Welling and Michael Rushmar. Something we talked about a while back, but apparently now it's news to everybody. So, yeah, that's happening apparently.
Cool.
Let's see. Next up, Square Enix is now co-developing a Final Fantasy 9 animated series.
That's what's up.
Everybody loves 9 to my understanding, so
need to do 10 too. That'll sell also.
Mm-hmm.
That will sell also. With Yuna Rena Yukon and Pain, that will sell. That would do good too, I think.
Yes, sir. Speaking of prequels, there's a Supernatural prequel coming, focusing on Mary and John Winchester, called The Winchesters. Apparently, Dean will return. Justin Ackles will be returning. There was apparently some anger between Jensen and Jared, but that's all squashed now. They're all good. He's probably not involved because he's off doing Walker, Texas Ranger right now. So that's what it is.
Right.
Also, there's a TV series based on the Justice League member Madame Xanadu. That will be a HBO Max series by J.J. Abrams.
Cool.
We'll see what's up with that. Oh, and this one I'm really glad about. We got a picture of this one to put up.
Go ahead.
We got the title for the next Transformers movie, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Yes, sir.
We are getting Beast Wars, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That cartoon was awesome.
Yes, sir. We got Maximals, we got Predacons, we got Terracons.
Predacons was the shit.
Yes, sir. Optimus Prime will be in it, though.
Oh, yeah.
So know that definitely Optimus will be in it.
Mm-hmm. Better Predacons with the shit, boy. The Predacons are my motherfuckers.
I think I saw that this is going to take place in the 90s, I think. I'm not 100% sure.
Love the Predacons, boy.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
Yeah.
And there's still a whole lot we haven't seen from the Transformers franchise. I mean, oh my goodness. For them to hit and for them to send this to us, I think it's going to be a good possibility. We get a chance to see what we haven't seen from the world of the Transformers yet.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Going to get some Cheetor. Going to get some Rhinox.
Yep.
Going to get some Beedrill.
Astro Train.
Yeah. Yes,
yes, sir. Triple changes, boy. Love the triple changes too. Transformers gonna be awesome.
Most definitely. Let's see. We got the news that the Borderlands film has finally wrapped. We got a picture of that real quick.
That's a wrap.
Yes, sir. It's a wrap. So, if you're interested in Borderlands, that will be showing up.
Yep.
Very recently, we found out that there's in the comics, Miles Morales is now sporting a Captain America suit. We got that.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
I gotta check that out.
Do I have the picture or no?
I don't have it. You sent it to me?
It's there. It's with the big group.
Hold on.
It's okay.
Hold on. I didn't get the. Hold on.
It happens. It should be in the most recent group.
I got a Justice League one.
It should be right before the
Oh, my fault. I skipped it all together. Hold on 1 second. We finna show this. Oh, we gotta show this one. Give me a second, y'all. We gotta show this one. We got to. Give me 1 second, guys. Got it. Can't believe I skipped over that. My fault.
Yeah.
All right, let's go here. I don't know if it's gonna let me do it in mid-show. We definitely will try it. Let's see. Ha! It did it. Bam.
Yes, sir. Personally, I prefer Peter's Captain America suit. The when you'll see online every now and then. This one is a little bit too dark for me, but still, it looks really good. Looks good.
I'll have to look into that storyline, find out why he did that.
Yeah. There's also apparently the return of Ben Riley.
That's awesome.
And there's apparently some talk that means that they're going to kill off Peter. Apparently.
No. Excuse me.
Again.
No.
At least if they do it this time, it's not as stupid as the last two times.
True.
The ultimate where Captain America just lets him save himself and then lets him get freaking jumped. And then the freaking Anyway. So moving on. We have our first look at Netflix's Yu Yu Hakusho. Got a picture of that.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's what's his name?
That might be cool. Bara.
Urameshi.
Well, yeah, Urameshi because of the suit. Yeah.
Urameshi, dark hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm interested. I mean, I liked Yu Yu Hakusho back in the day. We'll see what happens.
All I got to say is this: his spirit gun better not be a strobe light like they did with Street Fighter back in the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Better do it right.
Yes, sir. Hopefully, we get shorter tournament arcs.
Yep.
Yeah, those tournament arcs are really long. Next, we got some rumors, which may be true. Looks like they're probably true. For anyone who's an Avatar fan, for your own sanity, I suggest you close your ears for the next couple minutes. This is gonna piss you off way more than the M. Night Shyamalan movie. So, rumor for Netflix Avatar. It'll take place in modern day America. There is no four nations.
Mm-hmm.
Aang is in school with Zuko. Aang is not a monk. He's adopted with loving parents, not frozen for 100 years. And instead of getting their powers, their abilities, inherited, and it's like, well, that there is mystically they get it somehow. There's no backstory of how it's just they get it mystically.
You done lost me already.
Yeah. Yeah.
You done lost me already.
Yeah. Yeah. Mostly these information comes from character descriptions.
Why try to change stuff?
Yeah, this is probably why the original creators left the Netflix project.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
Some things you just leave alone.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm still.
Oh gosh.
I'm still interested and see what it is, how it goes, but yeah, we know it's going to be shit.
Pretty much.
All right, next up, Rachel Ziegler has been cast as Snow White in the live-action adaptation. Got a picture of that real quick.
Yeah, we got that too. Come on. Bam.
Yeah. All right, so what do you think, sir? What do you think?
I mean, Snow White's supposed to be wholesome and virtuous, right?
Mm-hmm.
She don't look wholesome and virtuous to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just don't. Oh my goodness. But we'll see how it goes. And like I said, maybe the acting charts can cover that. The acting chops can cover that. But I just don't think she looks wholesome and virtuous to me.
Yeah.
She just don't.
All right, last piece of information, last piece of news we got. There's going to be a crossover with Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
This thing gonna be lit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
Now, personally, I'm not really a fan of Courage, but hey, we'll see what's up.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
That thing is gonna be so funny. I think it's gonna be funny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Before we get into the rest of the show, we are going to take a quick break before we get into our topics. So continue to hang out with us. You are watching the Geek Gauntlet podcast right here on Pitfall Streams. We'll be right back.
I'm the same dude y'all read about, the same tool y'all need it now. We came through, not leaving now, and these lame dudes, we beat them out. No stopping this, ain't my way, might pop your lip. Ain't saying this awesomeness, but y'all look like the opposite. We setting the bar, y'all know who we are.
We're making history, leaving a legacy, nothing is stopping me. Better believe what we say, we're making history.
All right, guys. Our first commercial you saw was for our flagship show, the Paradigm Shift Wrestling Podcast. Now, you want to be sure you tune in this Wednesday at 10:05 p.m. That's 10:05 p.m. Eastern. Get the 05 little NWA, TBS reference for wrestling back in the day. It's going to be the season finale of the first season of the Paradigm Shift, and we're going to be moving into episode 2 with some changes that's along the way. Name change, some different things are changing. So definitely catch our season finale of the Pinfall of the Paradigm Shift Wrestling Podcast. And then the commercial after that was for a really good podcast, which is every other Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. They just had a fantastic show last week. Week after next, you can catch a new show Tuesday night with Kay and Josh. Definitely be there for a really good podcast. Every other Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, let me bring Shaw back in, and we're going to go over some of these topics and close out the show. All right, Shaw, go ahead, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, first up, I had a thought watching last week's episode of The Flash. What if Kramer turns out to be Godspeed?
Ooh.
I mean, that would kind of fit how they did the first two speedsters, speedster villains, where there's someone that was kind of a friend, built up during the season, introduced during that season,
right?
And then boom,
turn.
Exactly. There's something that we wouldn't expect. You could have the guy that was revealed to be kind of a red herring. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe
I like that. I like that.
Exactly. Or maybe the more would be that she's kind of controlling Godspeed or something. I mean, I don't know. I think that there's definitely more with Kramer than Misty Eye. So, yeah, what do you think about that, good sir?
Plus, I don't think we've seen the last of Nora either. I think we'll see her again. If not toward the end of this season, the beginning of the next. I don't think this is the last we've seen of her. But yeah, I like that theory. The only thing that sort of kind of strikes it down to me is kind of too good because we're dealing with the CW. And with the CW and that writing is just that scenario is just too good. They won't read that. They won't pick that up. But I like it.
All right, next up, I wanted to talk about the Spider-Man villains. What made the movie villains? What made them good and what made them bad? All right, so first up, Green Goblin. I think as far as adaptating the Green Goblin, they did well.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe definitely acts well. Did a good job going from the meek Osborn to the crazy,
Yeah.
I think the only problem was that, a lot of hamming up, a lot of cheesiness. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think it didn't do a good portrayal of showing how strong he was without the gadgets. Green Goblin was strong without the gadgets. He didn't need to necessarily have to have a reliance on them. He was strong without them.
Yeah, that is true. That is very, very true. Next up, Doc Ock. Personally, I think instead of having him being controlled by the arms, we better have it the way it was in the comics, where he's like obsessed with science. Not necessarily bad, has all the intellect, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, because the Doc Ock in the comics would never hurt Aunt May, because
No.
he had the thing for her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what do you think? Goods and bads of Ock?
I've always seen Ock as more as a. I'm not gonna say he's all good.
Mm-hmm.
He's not all bad either. I look at him as more as an anti-hero.
Yeah, true, very true.
But I like him too. Now, my favorite bad guy of all of them is Kraven the Hunter. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. I love Kraven.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting the Kraven Hunter movie soon.
Yep.
Yeah, starring Taylor Johnson.
Yep.
We'll see how that plays out, though. I mean, I don't know if Taylor Johnson can pull that off.
That's going to be kind of interesting to see, because you also have to go through the fact that you have to pull off all parts of his character. So that means you got to go through not only the time he went through when he got attacked by the lions and got his powers and things like that. That was kind of traumatic for him in the comics. I don't know if he'll be able to pull that off in a real live action movie or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, he definitely got to bulk up too, because he's not skinny for Ray Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next bad guy, Spider-Man 3. We got let's start off with Sandman. In the comics, he's more of a henchman.
Yeah.
But other than that, he looks really good. The action scenes were really good. I liked him. What do you think of Sandman?
Well, you saw Peter appeal to him eventually.
True.
In the movie, so I thought that was interesting too.
Yeah. I was thinking that the whole having him be the one that killed Uncle Ben was unnecessary.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Then the new Goblin, which I mean, we were expecting them to do that, but still. Yeah. Like, because in the comics, the whole thing with Harry Osborn becoming the Goblin was he goes crazy.
Right.
Like,
he goes insane.
Crazy.
He goes insane.
It's a tragedy because how he goes crazy and all that. But, it is what it is.
Yep.
At least the suit was cool, at least, and attack and everything, at least.
True that. Yeah, he kept all that. That is true.
Next, we have Venom. Topher Gray.
Ooh. The thing with Venom, to me, again, another deranged character. But I love the fact on how high bent he was for revenge against Peter.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I think the suit was good and some of the writing was good. It's just that they miscast him, and he just so little time to really do it. Like, yeah.
Plus, he becomes more of he became more of an anti-hero too at the end of the day.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, next up, let's move on to Amazing Spider-Man with the Lizard. I personally, prefer the Lizard the way it's sort of a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing, where the Lizard is more of an animal. He's not smart. I mean,
you like him more than showing his reptilian side.
Yeah, like he's not supposed to be a big villain like that. He's more of an obstacle, more of a monster. Spider-Man has to take out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the whole thing with the whole Kirk Connors and the Lizard thing is that Kirk Connors is like this really great good guy, and Lizard is this monster, and it's a tragedy. You know what I mean? It's this whole Jekyll Hyde type of thing.
So I take it you didn't like the Lizard in Secret Wars.
No, I did like the take on Secret Wars where they had him be smart for a time, but that was only for that short time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was fine. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just talking about for the movie.
Right.
Then Amazing Spider-Man 2, we got Electro, which I mean, the backstory was kind of poor, but I think he looked cool.
Yeah.
I think the techno music was nice. I mean, they did a lot of his real powers in it. It was supposed to be the ultimate version of Electro.
Was supposed to be his best one. Yep.
Yeah. Then we have Green Goblin. Harry Osborn as Green Goblin, which I mean, not that bad, but not that good either.
He wasn't that great either. Yeah.
At least they did the whole Gwen Stacy thing.
True. True.
And I mean, that scene, I mean, that was definitely, yeah.
I hate she died.
Yeah. She didn't die exactly the way she did in the comics, but similarly, like,
it was close enough.
Yeah, in the comics, it was the whiplash that killed her.
Yep.
But here it was that her head hit the ground.
Yep.
That the webbing wasn't long enough.
Right.
Yeah. And that moment where you see the webbing extend and it looks like a hand trying to grab her. I mean, yeah, a lot went into that. All right, next up we got Homecoming. The Vulture. Not like the comic version, but definitely a good interpretation.
Oh yeah.
And of course, Michael Keaton, always good.
Yeah, always good. Always good.
And definitely threatening, like with the music and
heck yeah.
Huge, like definitely up there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Far From Home, we got Mysterio, which they did the original storyline of how Mysterio was entered into comics, with him pretending to be a good guy first, and it was really good. I mean, like, Gyllenhaal did a really good job, in my opinion.
He did. Had me fooled.
Yeah, I mean, my only problem is that he died. That's it.
Yeah, you know he ain't coming. Yeah. Well, it's comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, most of the time you could come back, but nah, he ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. He with the Guardians of the Globe. He ain't coming back.
Yeah.
He ain't coming back.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with the new villains in the next movie. Yep. We don't know exactly yet. We do know that Electro and Green Goblin are coming back.
We do.
So yeah.
We do. All right, guys. We are rounding up to an hour here. Let's go ahead and get our final thoughts, final send-off ready. Shaw, you got anything you want to let the people know out of here tonight?
Let's see. We are going to be skipping next week's episode, so don't be expecting an episode next week, but the week after that, we will return on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, all good. What do you got, sir?
And the reason why that is because it's a brother's birthday, and I ain't doing nothing on my birthday week. Nothing. Nothing. Very cool. I want to thank everybody at geeknewsnow.net, everybody at Pinfall Streams, everybody from the group that came out tonight. I do appreciate it. All of you who stopped by, I appreciate that. Everybody over at Rift Apparel and Metallic Dice Games, I appreciate you guys for everything that you do for the show as well. For myself and Shaw, this has been the Geek Gauntlet podcast, and we'll see you guys again next week. Well, week after.
Yeah, week after.
On the 10th. On the 10th. We'll see you guys then. Everybody have a great, safe week, and take care.